What is going on, guys? Back with yet again another video. And in this video today, we're going to be talking about the best of E3 2021. Some of the biggest titles the event showed, and the ones that I personally am interested in the most. But before we get into it, you already know what to do. Make that like button blue and subscribe if you're new. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. First, we have Forza Horizon 5, one of the most popular Xbox exclusive titles developed by Turn 10 series, showed up and, as many expected, did not disappoint. A staple of next-gen specific showcases in terms of graphics, always looks great, and this one is no different. With ray tracing capabilities, Forza Horizon 5 looks just as beautiful as many people knew it would. What surprised me the most is not only do the car models look fantastic, but the world surrounding them looks just as incredible, if not better. Said to be one of the largest settings they've had to date, the variety of environment is insane as well. Set in Mexico, we see deserts, cities, villages, rainforests, hell, even volcanoes. I mean, are you kidding me? This thing looks amazing. To add even further to the hype, they've added an event lab where you can create your own party-style game race events. And on top of all that, they're even getting in on the battle royale scene, adding an eliminator race where last place gets eliminated and you keep going until one car is left. I truly don't believe I'm a prisoner of the moment, nor do I think I'm exaggerating when I say this could possibly be one of the best Forza games of all time. And it's set to release November 9th of this year. Next up, Battlefield 2042. No surprise here, as we saw a teaser trailer just a week before the event. We knew gameplay was coming, and for the most part expected it to blow us out of the water, and it definitely did. The gameplay looks great, the maps look incredible, and absolutely massive as they've previously hinted at. A new grappling hook mechanic, which we'll touch on later, seems to be a popular feature mimicking Doom Eternal, but nonetheless looks great. Of course, the vehicles such as tanks, helicopters, and quads, weather element of random sandstorms and tornadoes. I mean, this game has it all, and it looks to be an incredibly fun and extremely chaotic game. There is, however, one downside to this particular showcase. It will not be available on Xbox Game Pass, which is kind of disappointing considering damn near 99% of the games shown during the Xbox event were said to be available on Game Pass day one. It's also showing just how much Game Pass is becoming the norm, as before it wouldn't even be expected and is now looked at as a disappointment. But other than that, no complaints. I'm super excited, and the game is set to release later on this year on October 22nd. Next, Starfield. This highly anticipated game was quite possibly the #1 game anyone and everyone was hoping to hear more about, especially ever since it was announced. And with the Xbox Bethesda partnership, this looks like a game that again can slightly close the gap on exclusive titles PlayStation has had an ever so tight grip on over the last generation, but nonetheless a massive step in the right direction. The game itself is a sci-fi action-adventure RPG and is an Xbox Series X/S exclusive title, so a true next-gen game, which ever since the consoles were released, players have been dying for next-gen exclusive titles, and this is confirmed to be one of them, and looks just as promising as many had hoped for when dealing with next-gen titles. This game is set to release on 11/11/22, which is notable as well because 11/11/11 is when Skyrim released, so 10 years later on, the same date this game is coming out. I think they know they've got something big here and aren't afraid to show it. And me personally, I cannot wait to see more of this game and to get my hands on it. Next up, we have Rainbow Six Extraction. The long-awaited debut of some official gameplay finally came to fruition during the Ubisoft Forward event, and it looked great. The next installment in the Rainbow Six franchise is a different approach than we've grown accustomed to over the years, and is a co-op campaign, with up to 3 players. You play as 18 fan-favorite operators from the incredibly popular Rainbow Six Siege title, and have to work together to eliminate the alien threat that has taken over in an unpredictable containment zone. Featuring 12 unique maps specific to extraction, where if you fail, the operators will go MIA. You won't be able to play as them until you and your team go back in and extract them, hence the name Extraction. This was a game I personally, along with some friends, have been dying to play, and we're looking forward to seeing some actual gameplay rather than teaser trailers and leaks. And it looks pretty much how we expected, only further pushing the anticipation for this game through the roof. Finally, a release date was announced as well, and is coming September 16th of this year. And the last on my list, Halo Infinite. Having as bad as a showing during last year's event, albeit I personally didn't think it was that bad as the internet would have you believe, but I was worried this game was falling short on expectations. The game we all know and love while growing up was on the downside and soon to be pushed aside and forgotten about, never reliving its glory days. Then they showed multiplayer, and it looks like the series is back and better than ever. Maybe not quite as good as the best shooter of all time in my opinion in Halo 2 or even Halo 3, but definitely the best it's looked to me in a very long time. With new features such as the previously mentioned grappling hook that seems to be prominently featured in more and more FPS games lately, a ton of new mechanics, and when possible 120 frames per second, this looks like the next-gen title Halo we were all expecting to see at last year's event and play day one when purchasing the console. It seems as if the delay did not go to waste, and they came through strong with this presentation. The gameplay looks to be one of the best, with a brand new, never before done in the series approach, and a free-to-play multiplayer experience that is sure to blend fans of the older days of Halo with the more modern features expected in many games today. This is without a doubt the game I was looking forward to seeing the most, and it did not disappoint in the slightest bit. In fact, even increasing the itch to play this game as fast as I possibly can. With still no official release date, they did say during the holiday season of this year, so one would assume roughly sometime in or around November, and I absolutely cannot wait. A few other honorable mentions that I personally am not interested in, but are worthy of at the very least being discussed, are Outer Worlds 2, Contraband, which without gameplay, hard to say what exactly this game will look like, but off premise alone with heist being involved could be really good. Flight Simulator finally coming to console with the Top Gun expansion pack on top of it, and Atomic Heart, a game similar to that of BioShock, again launching day one on Game Pass. And lastly, a quick nod to Xbox, as it is undoubtedly closing the gap on exclusive titles gamers have been begging them to provide, seeing PlayStation dominate, no pun intended, in that department over the last generation, with not just small indie games but yet big AAA titles, such as Starfield, Redfall, Flight Simulator coming to console, Stalker 2, Contraband, Outer Worlds 2, Forza Horizon 5 and the Forza Motorsport series reboot coming, Halo Infinite, and much, much more. Forgetting all those titles, that's without even mentioning games we didn't see this year at E3, such as the Perfect Dark reboot, Avowed, Fable, State of Decay 3, and Hellblade 2. Of course, PlayStation may have God of War, The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, Spider-Man, Returnal, Ghost of Tsushima, and others. Not taking anything away from those titles, they are amazing games and quite frankly deservingly so. but it's starting to become a lot closer to a two-sided affair rather than the one-sided it has been over the past however many years. And that's all players and fans of the console have been asking for, and it looks like they're delivering. That about wraps this video up. Let me know down below what you guys thought of E3 this year. One of the best in recent memories, easily far better than last year's. Which games were you excited about? Are there any games you were hoping to hear more about but were disappointed they didn't show? Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you're still here at this point, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to hear what I have to say. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. It really helps out the channel being recommended for others to see. And also subscribe, of course, so you don't miss out on more gaming content like this, as well as the giveaway I'm going to be doing at 100 subs, which we're so close to, and I know we can hit it soon. Thank you guys again, and I will hopefully catch y'all next time.